Like me. You can't drink like me. Drink like me.
You're in Braves country.
You're listening to Braves Country Radio with Mac Magee, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Hey Braves Country, this is Mac Magee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play by play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Please like and subscribe today. It's free and it helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Casey at the Bat by Ernest Lawrence Thayer. The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville Nine that day. The score stood 4-2, but with one inning more to play. And when Cooney died at first, and Barrows did the same, a pall-like silence fell upon the patrons of the game. A straggling few got up to go in deep despair. The rest clung to the hope which springs eternal in the human breast. They thought, if only Casey could but get a whack at that, we'd put up even money now with Casey at the bat. But Flynn preceded Casey, as did Jimmy Blake, and the former was a hoodoo, while the latter was a cake. So upon that stricken multitude grim, melancholy sat, for there seemed but little chance of Casey getting to the bat. But Flynn let drive a single, to the wonderment of all, and Blake, the much despised, tore the cover off the ball. And when the dust had lifted, and men saw what had occurred, there was Jimmy safe at second, and Flynn a hugging third. Then from 5,000 throats and more rose a lusty yell. It rumbled through the valley, it rattled in the dell. It pounded on the mountain and recoiled upon the flat, for Casey, mighty Casey, was advancing to the bat. There was ease in Casey's manner as he stepped into his place. There was pride in Casey's bearing, and a smile lit Casey's face. And when responding to the cheers, he lightly doffed his hat. No stranger in the crowd could doubt 'twas Casey at the bat. 10,000 eyes were on him as he rubbed his hands with dirt. 5,000 tongues applauded when he wiped them on his shirt. Then while the writhing pitcher ground the ball into his hip, defiance flashed in Casey's eye, a sneer cooled Casey's lip. And now the leather-covered sphere came hurtling through the air, and Casey stood a-watching it in a haughty grandeur there. Closed by the sturdy batsman, the ball unheeded sped. That ain't my style, said Casey. Strike one, the umpire said. From the benches black with people, there went up a muffled roar, like the beating of a storm waves on a stern and distant shore. Kill him! Kill the umpire! Shouted someone on the stand, and it's likely they'd have killed him had not Casey raised his hand. With a smile of Christian charity, great Casey's visage shone. He stilled the rising tumult, he bade the game go on. He signaled to the pitcher, and once more the dun sphere flew. But Casey ignored it, and the umpire said, "Strike two!" "Fraud!" cried the maddened thousands, and echoed answered, "Fraud!" But one scornful look from Casey, and the audience was awed. They saw his face grow stern and cold. They saw his muscles strain, and they knew that Casey wouldn't let that ball go by again. The sneer is from Casey's lip. His teeth are clenched in hate. He pounds with cruel violence, his bat upon the plate. And now the pitcher holds the ball, and now he lets it go. And now the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blow. Oh, somewhere in the favored land, the sun is shining bright. The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light. And somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout. But there is no joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey has struck out. Casey at the Bat, Ernest Lawrence Thayer, published June 3rd, 1888. San Francisco Examiner. Hey Braves Country, I'm Mac Magee. Join us for Pitch by Pitch, Play by Play, the classic call of Braves Country baseball. We're bringing you Atlanta Braves baseball all year long. Jump into our pregame show, Braves Country Today, just before first pitch. Stick around for the postgame show, Braves Country Tonight, where we will open up the phone lines and react to your calls or your comments all year long. That's Braves Country Radio, pitch by pitch, play by play, your home for the classic call of Braves Country baseball. Lineup for Braves Country by D.M. McGee, 2024. A is for Aaron, the Hammer and Hank, the real home run king. Take that to the bank. B is for Bobby. Cox never cowered. He'd give Blue quite an earful on his way to the showers. C is for Chipper. Don't call him Larry. He would show up in Shea, the Mets he would bury. D is for David. Justice he'd bring. A Game 6 solo brought Atlanta their ring. E is for Eddie Matthews. 512 bombs away. Lit skies from Boston to Milwaukee to the A. F is for Fred. McGriff dog-biting crime. A fire was lit the day he arrived. G is for Glavine. Southpaw winds and kicks, changing speeds east and west, a gem in Game 6. H is for Harry and his brother George Wright, the father of baseball, Boston pennants in flight. I is for inning, ending double play, Riley to Ozzie to Olsen all day. J is for Jones. Andrew let her fly, and his gloves in center is where singles would die. K is for strikeouts, a plenty from Strider. The quads in the stash, getting swings from that slider. L is for Lopez, Javi to B-Mac. Travis and Smurf, we've been lucky to see that. M is for Mad Dog. He won 355. Could swat flies with the changeup and still bust you inside. N is for Necro. He got to the hall by bending and knuckling and floating that ball. O is for Otis. Old Nixon could fly. The catch at the wall baffled our eyes. P's still for Peterson. We were all rockin' pearls. With Eddie and Jorge, we were out of this world. Q is a quandary for why Dale is not in. Murphy MVPs again and again. R is for ranking. The top pitcher's lore. Remember Kid Nichols, 107 WAR. S is for Smoltzy. The big three in the hall. When the game's on the line, you give John the ball. T is for Tyler. Matzik and the gift of 2021, the entire night shift. U is for Chavez, but we say Uncle Jesse. The frames, the release, kept the batters guessing. V is Van Weeren, Skip Carey 2, Don Ernie Joe, the tales from the booth. W is Warren, Spawn Johnny Sane. They'd ride him in Boston and then pray for rain. X is Mazzoni. Yeah, X marked the spot. Leo rocked next to Bobby, and his pitchers stayed hot. Why it makes us feel young, the game's main appeal. Chopping through the battery, there's no better feel. Z is for Zip Boom Bam, Ramalama Ding Dong. Throughout the summer, we sing that song. From AJ to eyeglasses and a hell of a pen. Mad Max, Uncle Charlie, win after win. A cannon from short, and RC you later. Acuna Matata, there is no one greater. Though you can't fit them all when you just A to Z. Think of your favorites in the rafters we see. I started with 3, then 10, 25, 47, 31, and of course 29. Let's not forget 21, 41, 35, the great 44, or 755, and old number 6, who led his great teams. The pennants were flying, it felt like a dream. From Boston to Milwaukee, to Atlanta's TBS, a family, a tradition, Braves country's the best. Lineup for Braves Country by DM McGee, 2024. Hey Braves Country, this is Mac Magee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Please like and subscribe today. It's free, and it helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Hey Braves Country, I'm Mac Magee. Join us for pitch by pitch, play by play, the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. We're bringing you Atlanta Braves baseball all year long. Jump into our pregame show, Braves Country Today, just before first pitch. Stick around for the postgame show, Braves Country Tonight, where we will open up the phone lines and react to your calls or your comments all year long. That's Braves Country Radio, pitch by pitch, play by play, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Join the country club today. The first month is free. You'll have access to badges, one-of-a-kind emojis to display your Braves pride throughout the ball game. You'll also get instant access to our video drops, members-only chat, wallpapers, and more is on the way. Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the country club today. Hey,
you're in Braves Country.
good evening, Braves Country. Let me take that comment. Any comments that y'all got? Any questions you got? Fire them into the chat. We're just about set here. Here in a little bit, we'll get you ready for pitch by pitch, play by play of your Atlanta Braves. I think Jesse was asking who's pitching tonight. It's Bryce Elder will get the start. The scary thing, he's going up against Tyler Glasnow. And if you haven't watched Tyler Glasnow pitch before, he's nasty. He's one of the best right-handers in baseball. What we have to hope for is that he's not on his A game. When he's not on his A game, he can sometimes lose his way, but he's been pretty much money all year long. And his biggest thing that's kept Tyler Glasnow from being a household name in baseball, he was playing in Tampa Bay. Let's be honest. Tampa Bay doesn't get a lot of print, a lot of publicity, a lot of media coverage. The other thing is he has been injured his entire career, off and on, always injuries. And he had a side injury his last time out, and there was some concern, but it looks like he's going to give it a go and make his start. But that's the biggest question from Tyler Glasnow is, much like Chris Sale, can he stay healthy? Can he go to the post? Glasnow does not have any kind of track record, though, that Chris Sale does, in which Chris Sale, before he started getting the injuries a few years back, was a pretty consistent workhorse. He was the reason why the 2018 Boston Red Sox won the World Series. He was in the top, 6 vote. He was in the top 4 vote getters, Cy Young, in the AL 6 consecutive years. Glasnow has, I believe the number is 100. He's never thrown over 100 innings. So the question is going to be with Glasnow, not how he's pitching on May 4th. And for all you Star Wars folks out there, may the 4th be with you. It's going to be for the Dodger fans and their faithful. The question is going to be whether or not he will be able to be available to them come the postseason and later in the season and all. The last thing you want if you're Tyler Glasnow, if you're a Dodgers fan, is you don't want a situation where the guy is going into the back end of the season bumps and bruises. So that's what they're going to be looking at with LA. The big picture is, can they keep him healthy? Okay, we got some clips I want to play for you because I know a lot of y'all are getting blacked out from the whole Bally's thing. So here is Brian Snicker. Right before that, I'm going to play Ozzie Albies asking him about how how Ronald Acuna Jr. has stayed so hot. I don't know if we're going to have time for Snicker, but I do want to play the Pierce Johnson. Here is Ozzie real quick.
Allows him to play so well at Dodger Stadium.
Oof. I mean, I think he likes it here, you know. When he comes here, he fix whatever he needs to fix and get back on track.
Can you tell me what you're thinking during his home run trot yesterday? There were a lot of boos coming from the fans.
I'll say when they boo you, you must be doing something good. That's all I can say.
Let's go ahead and play the Pierce Johnson one because I just looked at that Snicker one. It's a long one. So we're going to play PJ. If you missed it, he went on the IL today, and we'll talk about that right after we play this real quick clip.
Okay, so you did feel fine before it was. You were perfectly fine before that.
Like earlier in the season?
Yeah.
No, I've had zero issue all year, and I've thrown a lot lately, and I just think had trouble recovering, and it's playing as a safe call right now.
And how frustrating is this?
Words can't explain it. I mean, I work extremely hard all off season, spring training, felt great, and all of a sudden, here's April, and you don't feel great at the end, and it's just it's frustrating.
Have you ever had any issue like this before? Or?
Yeah. In 22 I did, but that was significantly worse. Like I did not feel good then. This one, just a little extra sore this time. Pin's been thrown a lot, so it's just one of those things where just go on the IL and hopefully knock it out in 2 weeks. No MRI. Just lingering soreness and kind of going from there.
Okay, so there you have that. Pierce Johnson going on the 15-day IL. Basically, they're calling it inflammation. That's what they call soreness nowadays. It's not quite dead arm. They're just giving him a break. And so Jackson Stevens is going to come into the fold and be added to the bullpen. And there were some questions being posed out there on Twitter. Why did they not go with Ken Giles? Ken Giles obviously has pitched really well in the minors. Well, there's a big reason with Ken Giles. When they finally bring Ken Giles up, the idea is going to be he stays up. So you don't want to pull the trigger on Ken Giles because when Pierce Johnson comes back, you got to put him back in. Jackson Stevens, they're going to have to DFA him again, and he'll make a decision where he wants to be. But there's a much better chance of getting Jackson Stevens to come back through the waivers than there is Ken Giles, because Ken Giles has been really lights out. Stevens will be asked to come in if there are a lot of runs given up or they need him to go and build like a 2-inning type deal. Jackson Stevens is not going to be the back end guy. Ken Giles would be taking that place. So that's why they're trying to preserve Ken Giles. They're also trying to limit his innings down there. He's had some injuries. And so they're only using him once, maybe twice a week, in the idea that somewhere later in the summer, you'll see Ken Giles come up. But that would most likely happen in either a major injury from one of our relievers or one of the guys just isn't getting it done. If Bummer continues to struggle, you never know. You may see Bummer get sent away and bring in Giles. But that's the nuts and bolts of why they're doing it. When you're looking at the actual talent level and the ability, yeah, Ken Giles should be wearing a Braves uniform. But that's the game you got to play with the roster movement. So there we have that. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, lineups, first pitch, roll call. If you haven't already jumped in the chat, let us know who's in there and also where are you listening from, where are you watching from tonight. We'll be back in a flash. Time for Braves Country Baseball, pitch by pitch of your Atlanta Braves versus the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Like me, you can't smoke like me. So don't try and be like me. Let's party together.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it, the fact that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win. And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes, and the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone.
Ground ball stabbed by Polk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won baseball world championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
If baseball is about caring, about loyalty and rivalry,
Braves fans are on their feet hoping for some kind of a bleeder or a seeing eye single. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball hit high and deep down the right field line. It's going back, back, back. Is it fair? Is it zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lam-a ding dong, a 3-run shot, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-1 lead. She's gone, baby!
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America. You get in a ballpark, and it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have. And the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
You're in Braves country.
If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is. We're down to one strike here. Gurriel, the last hope for the Houston Astros. And here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced over to Dansby. Dansby fires it over to Forrest. And here comes the dog pile. Fire the cannons in the battery. Do the chop all throughout Braves country. Pop that top. Your Atlanta Braves have won it all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose what stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we once were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Play ball.
Out of beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Pull up an armchair, girls and boys, and join us for Braves Country Baseball. You're listening live, and the scene is Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles, California, where we're set to bring you pitch by pitch, play by play of your Atlanta Braves. Hi, I'm Mac Magee. Here are your starting lineups for today's action. Leading off and playing right field for your Atlanta Braves, it's Ronald Acuna Jr. 2 home runs, 8 RBI, 13 stolen bases, batting .258. Ozzie Albies, batting second, playing second. 2 home runs, 18 RBI, 2 stolen bases, batting .323. Austin Riley, batting third, playing third, with 3 home runs, 17 RBI, a .242 average. Matt Olson, batting fourth and playing first. 3 home runs, 16 RBI, batting .198. Marcell Ozuna, your designated hitter with 9 home runs, 32 RBI, batting .310 on the year. Travis d'Arnaud, behind home plate with 5 home runs, 16 RBI, batting .267. Michael Harris II will be patrolling center field for your Atlanta Braves. He has 3 home runs, 13 RBI, 5 stolen bases, batting .287. Orlando Arcia, batting eighth, playing short, with 2 homers, 10 RBI, and a .268 average. Batting ninth and playing left field, it's Jared Kelenic. Kelenic has a .290 average with 4 RBI. On the mound for your Atlanta Braves, it's Bryce Elder. He's 1-0 with a 1.5 ERA, a 1.33 whip, 12 innings, 12 hits, 6 strikeouts, and 4 walks. He'll be going head-to-head with Tyler Glasnow, who's 5-1 with a 2.72 ERA, a .93 whip, 43 innings pitched, 28 hits allowed, 53 strikeouts, and 12 walks given up. He has served 4 home runs on the 2024 season. Backing up Glasnow in the bottom of the first inning, playing short, batting .363 on the year with 6 home runs, 25 RBI, 8 stolen bases, it's Mookie Betts. Batting second, the designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani. 7 home runs, 20 RBI, 7 stolen bases, batting .336. Freddie Freeman, batting third, playing first with 2 home runs, 19 RBI, 1 stolen base, and a .288 average. Will Smith is behind home plate with 4 home runs, 25 RBI, and a .351 clip. Mac Magee is playing third with a .235 average, 5 home runs, 18 RBI. Teoscar Hernandez is in left field with 7 home runs, 23 RBI, 3 stolen bases, batting .252. And Alan Pages is in right field with 3 home runs, 11 RBI, a .333 average. James Outman is in center field with 2 home runs, 8 RBI, 1 stolen base, batting .171. And Gavin Lux has a .190 average with 5 RBI and 1 stolen base. Calling balls and strikes behind home plate for Game 2 of Braves-Dodgers, it's Todd Titchener. First base umpire, Corey Blazer. Second base will be manned by Manny Gonzalez, and down the third base line, it's Nestor Seja. They're expecting 71 degrees at first pitch, game time temperatures dipping into the mid-60s by the end of the game. Atlanta Braves come in 20-10, 9-6 on the road. Dodgers are 21-13 and 10-8 at home. Tonight, the LA Dodgers are -190 on the money line. The over-under is 8.5. Well, it's about that time. Grab you a cold one. Find you an armchair. It's Braves Dodgers Game 2 of a 3-game set. Bryce Elder and company will look to knot the series up and force a rubber match tomorrow afternoon. Country Club members, get those tomahawks warmed up and get your game face on, Braves Country.
Get this bus moving. Stop. Come back. Too late.
Roll call! Yeah! Roll call!
You're in Braves country.
Good evening, Braves Country. Good evening to Country Club members Jesse, Nathaniel in North Carolina, Gary and Envy. Also, good evening, Braves Country. We've got Kim, Daniel, John, Ed Spry, and Red Rum tonight. Anybody that we've missed, jump back into the chat and let us know. Sometimes we lose it early on, but we are ready for first pitcher. Atlanta Braves are going to be wearing their navy blue tops, red writing across the chest, Atlanta, and the red tomahawk underneath, outlined in white with the gray pants, for those of y'all listening on radio. The Los Angeles Dodgers are wearing their classic home whites, Dodgers across the chest in Dodger blue ball cap, and LA in white across the front. Braves will be wearing the classic navy caps with the white A when they take the field, and their matching batting helmets. Ronald Acuna Jr. is digging in to home plate as Tyler Glasnow is throwing his final warm-up tosses. We are just about set, and yes, sir, it is baseball time in Braves Country. First pitch on the way is a four-seam fastball down and away. It's 1-0. Braves nothing, Dodgers nothing. Top of the first, the 1-0 pitch swung on, and that ball's dribbled over to second. It's going to be an easy 4-3 putout. Acuna swinging at the first thing that he can handle. There's one down. It's going to be tough enough to beat Glasnow, but it's going to be really tough if they don't drive up that pitch count. And I know Snickers never really emphasized that. But pitchers like this, the only way to get them out of the game is to wear them out. That'll bring Ozzy Albies to the plate. He takes the first pitch high and in the zone for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Righty-lefty. Open stance from the left side. Swing! And that ball's lifted high into right field. Should be an easy catch. It is. Lazy fly ball into the mitt of Alan Pages to away. Alan Pages, the hero last night with the walk-off hit and 4 hits last night. Should have never been there. He went around on that strike 3 call, but nonetheless, Dodgers won that one in extra innings if you went to bed early, 4-3. That'll bring Austin Riley to the plate. His bat woke up with a home run last night, a 449-footer into left center. He takes the first pitch down and away for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0, righty-righty. Pitch on the way. Fastball up top. Right there at the chest, 1-0. Good evening, Emilio. See if we've missed anybody else. I think we got everybody so far. Late start, late night. The last one for a little bit for the Braves, the 1-1 pitch. Outside wide, 2-1. So a 2-1 count to Riley. Standing on deck is Matt Olson. Both Riley and Acuna hit home runs last night. The 2-1. Fastball misses high, ball 3-1. If Olson can get off his slump and connect with a Glasnow fastball, that thing may break the sound barrier. The 3-1 pitch. Swing. Pops it up. High in the sky. Should be easy play. Can of corn over by first base. Making the catch is Freddie Freeman. And that'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down. Braves don't do a thing, but they'll go to the field and turn it over to Bryce Elder here on a Saturday night.
It is the year 2024, and printers still be like, hey, you just wanted this blank piece of paper back a little bit warmer, right? Okay, here you go. I'm just a big stupid paper microwave that's full of expensive ink for no reason.
Waylon had an old school bus that he'd painted black, all the windows and everything, with a paintbrush. And she kept dynamite back there in the back, just in case. I recall this one place that we went, it was like a barn. And it come time to get paid, and so we waited and waited, and Waylon's having a fit. Then all of a sudden, everybody started leaving, and everybody left. Wasn't nobody in the place. It was just empty. And Waylon said, you know, we waited long enough. So we get back in the bus, and we split and went right across the field. And we finally got to the pavement. All of a sudden, that whole ass end of that club blew up. I don't know how he'd made sure everybody was out or what. If there was a possum in there, I imagine he went flying.
We need to throw a big-ass party because I need to be amongst my friends. Let's call the crew. Let's round the boys up. Round the crew up. Let's have a kick-ass party. We got the party and the boys are back in town. Get down. I have 2 numbers in my phone. Huh.
But Earl Weaver's Orioles, the best team in baseball that year, were waiting for them in Baltimore. Few gave New York much of a chance. As expected, the Mets lost the first game 4-1, but they came back to take the second behind the brilliant pitching of Jerry Koosman. And then the Orioles came to Shea Stadium, where the Mets and 56,000 of their fans were waiting for them. New York won the third game 5-0, thanks to the pitching of Gary Gentry and Nolan Ryan. In the fourth game, Tom Seaver outpitched Mike Cuellar. To everyone's amazement, the Mets now led the series 3-1. They needed just one more victory.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Bryce Elder fires the first pitch right there for a strike to the leadoff hitter, Mookie Betts. Down and in, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Check swing foul towards the first base dugout. 0-2. Bryce Elder will be looking to lean on that defense tonight with this vaunted lineup. The 0-2 pitch swung on, lifted high and deep into center field, drifting back on the track just before the wall. Making the catch is Michael the Hawk Harris, and there's one away. So 1 down. And that'll bring Shohei Ohtani to the plate. Righty, lefty. Elders kicks and fires. Swung on, fouled straight back, 89-mile-an-hour sinker up in the zone. It's 0-1. You'll notice Elder will try to get that sinker, that 2-seamer, to try to cut in right before the plate. The 0-1, right there down the pipe on the outer edge. It's 0-2. He knows he's not blowing anybody away. He's trying to get you to mistime it and not get good contact. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Bryce Elder K's Ohtani on 3 pitches. Respect your elders, Shohei. 2 away. How about that? That'll bring Freddie Freeman to the plate. Freeman, another tough customer. I mean, this is just a murderer's row. One after another. The first pitch on the way to Freddie is down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. And I'm sure that's how folks feel like when they face the Braves, especially when the Braves are hitting well at the top of the lineup. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss up top. 91 mile an hour. Four-seamer. It's 1-1. So a 1-1 count. Bryce working pretty quickly. He'll let go his 9th pitch of the night. That one's way out of the zone, 2-1. The one thing I'll say about the Braves offense compared to the Dodgers offense, and I'm not putting the Dodgers offense down at all, when the Braves are clicking, it's a much longer lineup. The 2-1 pitch, swung on, that ball's lifted towards left, running in, making the catch is the glove, the kid, Jared Kelenic, and that'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down, Matt Olson. Time for you to get off the schneid. We'll be back in a flash.
5 kids, 4 of them have problems today. That's what's wrong with me.
Hey, Braves Country, this is Mac Magee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Please like and subscribe today. It's free, and it helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
But, you know, I want to say one thing in all seriousness. I feel sorry for you people that don't drink. I mean it, because when you wake up in the morning, that's as good as you're going to feel all day.
Armchair.
My son's school sent an important update. We will no longer accept DoorDash, Uber, or any other food orders sent to the school for students. Please send pre-packaged lunches or they can eat in the lunchroom. In case you all wondering, no, my son is not in high school. He's in 1st grade. What kind of lives are y'all leading? Y'all have been sending so much food through Uber Eats and DoorDash that the school had to shut it down? I don't care what y'all say. I don't want to hear nobody else come on this app and talk about how broke y'all are and y'all can't pay y'all bills.
I tell people this all the time. You might think I'm crazy when I tell you this, but the easiest place to hit the day is the big leagues. It is, and I'll tell you why. You make the big leagues. The lights are better. The umpires are better. Pitching control is better. And maybe most importantly, you're facing the same guys year after year after year. They don't get better. They don't change their philosophy.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. First pitch on the way to Matt Olson is down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup. Glasnow threw only 9 pitches in that first inning. The 1-0. Swung on, lifted high into center field, coming back, drifting in. It'll hang over towards left. The left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez, will make the catch. Easy 1 out here in the top of the second. Braves are just swinging at the first stuff they see. They go with that, and they've been doing this for a long time. This dates back to Freddie Freeman, trying to ambush good pitchers early on. And I just feel like the book is out on that. And these good pitchers know that, and they don't give them anything to hit first time through. First pitch on the way to Marcell Ozuna's up high, misses. It's 1-0. The 1-0, righty, 992 OPS, 9 home runs, 32 RBI. The 1-0 misses inside, 2-0. So a 2-0 count. Glasnow kicks and fires, swing and a miss, 97 miles an hour right down the track. 2-1. The 2-1 from Glasnow, winds and kicks, down and away, 3-1. If you're trying to compare someone on the staff to Glasnow, I mean, he is their Spencer Strider. The 3-1. Lets her go. Just grabs the top of the edge for a strike. 3-2. Speaking of good pitchers, we missed him in our series, but Logan Gilbert's pitching a gem against the Astros tonight. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 97 up top. About let her high. Couldn't catch up with it. 2 away. He's still in the game in the 8th inning, and He's got a shutout going with the 2-hitter against the Astros. I think it's time for everyone to come to grips. The Astros are cooked this year. I don't think they're climbing out of this. I keep waiting for them to turn it around and make a run like they normally do, but the old saying, you can't win a pennant in April, but you can damn sure lose one. First pitch on the way to Travis d'Arnaud from Glasnow is right there at the knees for a strike. It's 0-1. The Astros are 12-20 on the year. The 0-1 swung on and miss. Coming out of his shoes on that one, that curveball, 0-2. Just doesn't look like that they're going to be able to get it together and win the division, and I don't think they'll have enough wins to get the wild card. The 0-2, down and away, 1-2. You got some really good teams that are playing good baseball in the East and in the Central in the American League. And the Mariners, who we just saw, and the Rangers are going to be tough to deal with to win the division. The 1-2 pitch, caught looking, strike 3. Fastball right there at the knees. d'Arnaud, the hind catcher, won't argue with it. He wants that call as well. We'll be back in a flash. 3 up, 3 down, heading to the second.
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was going to put him
1-1 pitch. A long drive to right. Ramirez turns to the track. She's gone. Dave Justice, all is forgiven in Atlanta. Baerga is 0 for 3. Left center field. Grissom on the run. The team of the 90s has its world championship.
God would never let me be successful. He'll kill me first. He'll never let me be happy.
I thought you didn't believe in God.
I do for the bad things.
The ref wants to fight. See him? He's like, fight. It's offside. Right, they're inside. He's like, oh. No, he's calling offsides. Oh. I didn't know. Cussing. No, it's a false start. Oh, false start. Same thing. It's not the same thing. Oh, okay. It's my first time. Look, power to the people. 4th down. Oh, 4th down. I mean, that's 4th down. Yeah, that's 4th down. Illegal hair pull. Illegal substitution. Nose punch. Face mask. Illegal leg stretch. You can't. Roughing the kicker. Do you even watch football? Yeah. Are you sure? Yeah.
This is for an NFL record 66 yards. On its way.
Look, he's so mad he just kicked the ball. It's a field goal, Derek. Ref's like, why'd you kick the ball? If I was the ref, I'd probably go talk to him. I'd probably be like, you can't just be kicking the ball because you're mad.
And I don't give a damn who you are, how much money you got. You're going to make 7 out of 10 outs and go to the Hall of Fame. What others, is LeBron James shoots 3 out of 10? Are we buying that 26? If Tom Brady completes 3 out of 10, are we buying that 12? No. So, just accept the fact. I made 10,000 outs. I did Reggie Jackson's radio show about an hour ago. I made more outs than he got at bats. And he was the first to tell me that, by the way. Smart ass. He told me it was Mr. October. I said, Reggie, listen, I was Mr. April, May, June, July, and August, and September.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Hope y'all are enjoying your night here on a Saturday night. Braves out in Los Angeles, California, trying to even up the series, dropping a tough one last night. That was really the one that we needed. I knew this was going to be a really tough assignment tonight. You would have loved to have that win in your back pocket going into game 2. Bryce Elder goes back to work. The first pitch from Bryce is off the plate just outside for a ball. Sinker misses. It's 1-0. Will Smith, the batter, batting .351, the hind catcher. The 1-0, kicks and fires, outside wide, 2-0. So a 2-0 count. Number 4, 5, and 6 hitters, Smith, Muncy, and Teoscar Hernandez, who went yard last night, due up. The 2-0 right there at the knees for a strike, 2-1. Smith has a .939 OPS, 4 home runs, 25 RBI. The 2-1 pitch, high and out of the zone, ball 3, 3-1. So a 3-1 count. Pitch on the way from Bryce. Sinker right there for a strike. Taken all the way by Smith, 3-2. Smith has always been a very patient hitter. The 3-1, the 3-2, off the plate wide, ball 4. So Smith will hit on down to first. First base runner of the game. First free pass for either side. Leadoff walk, so he's always come back to bite. That'll bring Max Muncy to the plate. You'd love a ground ball here. Muncy and the catcher. That's a double play waiting to happen. First pitch on the way is a slider, 83 on the outer edge. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Swing, and that ball's lifted high and deep into center field, and that ball is gone. So just like we talked about, that leadoff walk comes back to bite. He hung one over the plate, and Muncy did not miss it. Looked like the slider, and it's 2-0 Los Angeles. .105 miles an hour off the bat, 412-foot bomb into center field, into the sunshine as it's starting to disappear behind the walls of Chavez Ravine. So down 2-0, and Tescar Hernandez comes up. He takes the first pitch. Did he go around? They're going to check down the line to first base umpire Corey Blazer. Blazer says no dice, 1-0. The 1-0, righty, down below the knees, 2-0. So a 2-0 count. Nobody on, nobody out, 2 across. The pitch. Swing, and that ball's rifled foul down the right field line and out of play, 2-1. Hernandez with a 777 OPS, 7 home runs, including the one last night. Elder, 21 pitches, is yet to record it out here. The 2-1 pitch, down and in, ball 3, 3-1. If you missed the news earlier, Pierce Johnson has gone on the 15-day IL with arm soreness. So Jackson Stevens has taken his place. The 3-1, down and away, ball 4. So Hernandez will head on down to first. Another walk by Elder. That's 2 walks and a home run. And Darno's going to go out there and have a quick powwow with him. Elder looked really good in that first inning. You're hoping maybe he was going to be able to get through a couple of times before the wheels fell off. But down 2-0, 1 on, nobody out. And Alan Page just comes to the plate. The number 7 hitter for the Los Angeles Dodgers from the right side takes the first pitch upstairs for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Elder comes set. Kicks and fires. Swing! And rifles it foul and out of play. 0-2. Pages, 333, 992 OPS, 921 OPS, excuse me. A lot of those numbers were inflated by last night's game going 4 for 5. 3 home runs on the year, 11 RBI. The 0-2 from Elder. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Adios, muchacho. He'll hit the pine, and there's one away. Big strikeout there by Elder. It was a bending slider, and it came in on the hands on Pages he couldn't lay off. So, 1 down. The left-handed bat of James Outman comes to the dish. He takes 90 at the knees for a strike. It's 0-1. Oakland is pounding Miami into submission, 15-1 in the 7th. That game started on a rain delay. The 0-1 from Elder, righty-lefty, kicks and fires, swing and a miss up to top. 91 high heat. 0-2. So an 0-2 count. 171 average, a 541 OPS. 2 home runs on the year. The pitch. Swung on, swatted back foul. Looked like the slider, another hanging slider. Elder got away with that one. We'll do it again, 0-2. LA 2, Braves nothing, bottom of the second inning. Standing on deck is Lux, the 0-2 pitch. Caught, looking, strike 3. He got caught watching the paint dry. 2 away. Nice. Elder, his third strikeout of the night. It's a kind of a mixed bag of tricks here because he's got 3 strikeouts, but he gave up a home run and he's walked 2. First pitch on the way to the number 9 hitter, Gavin Lux, is a sinker just below the knees. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Elder winds and kicks. Swung on, grounded up the middle. Diving attempt by Ozzie Albies. It's going to be underneath his glove, and Teskar will go first to third, and they got runners on the corners with 2 outs. Not what you want to see there. Lux does that little weird dance thing that they do on this. That is the weirdest celebration that I have seen for any team yet. I'm sure there's a story behind it, but it is odd. And that's about the nicest thing that can be said about it. Ozzie Albies needing time for some equipment situation here. I thought he broke his belt again. Remember, he broke his belt in the Seattle series. The first pitch on the way to Mookie Betts is swung on, swatted high, deep into right field, but it'll die in the glove to Ronald Acuna Jr., and thankfully the inning ends. So it could have been a lot worse. Dodgers put 2 across, the bottom of the order due up for the Atlanta Braves.
Better get that checked out.
I would.
What kind of a therapist are you? I'm telling you, I'm scared that something terrible is going to happen to me right away. You start looking for tumors?
I'm trying to help you.
I bet you're rooting for a tumor.
I think you better go.
No, I'm going, baby. I'm going.
Hey, Braves Country, this is Mac Magee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Please like and subscribe today. It's free, and it helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
You got anything you'd like to ask Tom before we go, CJ?
I would just ask, when you started playing well, what was the process of your mentality? Like, how did you stay on the straight and narrow? You have people reaching out and family and, like, just the world around you seems like it's spinning and you're just trying to stay focused. And
I think the important thing I really want you to realize, this is now your job. Everyone, when they come to the game, it's a vacation. It's fun for them. Oh, my God, we're here to watch, CJ play. For you, you don't bust in on your friends at their job. You don't need to be the source of people's entertainment. The memories you're going to have from a great season are fun. The games are fun. The practice, the camaraderie is fun. Trying to create fun for everybody else outside of that isn't your responsibility.
Armchair.
It's all mixed up with peanuts, tobacco juice, and a hearty feeling among the fans joshing each other. Always this raucous, good spirit. Everybody came to have a good time. That's the way I remember it. The whole stand's full of people all roaring. And I guess it's true of any sport, but in baseball, I've never known this to swear so instantly a whole crowd could be brought to its feet, roaring with delight over just a clean crack of a bat against the ball.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. First pitch on the way from Glasnow to Michael Harris II is down and away for a ball. It's 1-0. The The 1-0. Righty-lefty pitch on the way. Swung on, hit high and deep into center field. Going back on the track. Making the catch is Outman for a loud out number 1. Glasnow once again just at 23 pitches, and he's already retired 7 Atlanta Braves. It's one thing you've kind of see, and you would think it would be the exact opposite. But when some of these Braves players start struggling, they start swinging early in the count. I think they think it's going to get them out of it. And to each his own, but I would think you'd want to see more pitches. But Michael's been scuffling. Olson's been scuffling, and they both are swinging very early in the count. First pitch on the way to Arcia is swung on and fouled back out of play. It's 0-1. 1-1, excuse me. The 1-1. Righty-righty. Dodgers have the infield shift to the left. The pitch. Swung on, hit on the ground. It's going to be an easy 4-3 put out. 1 away. 2 away, excuse me. So 2 down. Jared Kelenic will try to scratch across the first runner. The first hit. Anything to get something going here. Get Glasnow out of the windup. Braves nothing. Los Angeles 2. We'll hit the out-of-town scoreboard here in a second. The first pitch on the way to JK is a 95-mile-an-hour fastball up top. It's 0-1. These games are all from earlier. The 0-1. Swing and a miss up top. It's 0-2. All these games are final. They're in the books. Orioles 2-1 over the Reds. They've taken 2 of the first 3 of that series. Blue Jays 6-3 of the Nationals. The 0-2. Caught looking, strike 3. Wow. Curveball dropped it in, and Glasnow's putting on a clinic. We'll be back in a flash. Bottom of the third we go, the heart of the Dodger order.
You won't let me draft the players I want to play. It's fantasy football, so the Hulk should be able to be on the team.
Hey, Braves Country. This is Mac Magee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Please like and subscribe today. It's free, and it helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
So I am Gen X, and my retirement plan is to pass away. So I'm not sure how many other Gen X people have that as their retirement goal, but I know that I will be working one day and fall over dead, and that's how it goes.
This portion of the show is being brought to you by The Best Things in Life, which are still free with minimum purchase at participating dealers.
Let me tell you something. If the U.S. government decides to stick a tracking device up your ass, you say thank you and God bless America.
It's the game my father taught me how to play. It's time I saw things on a level plane. Something was rolling towards me, and it said Spalding on it. I picked it up. Instinctually, we push it back. And those days, those summer days became fall days, became our Sundays together with my brothers and I, and my dad whipping off his wicked curve. I just remember how my hands hurt. At first, as I was afraid of the ball and his coaching, you know, keep your shoulder in there, don't bail out, it's not going to hurt you, you know, and that's what I remember.
You're listening to Braves Country Radio. Please like and subscribe today, youtube.com/@BravesCountry. Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Bryce Elder goes back to work to Shohei Ohtani. The first pitch on the way. Whew. Floating changeup. He took it. Thank the Lord it's 0-1. It's usually one that he belts into the second stratosphere. The 0-1. Swung on. That one he did belt, and that one is absolutely crushed. Well, there you go. 3-0 your score. You can't keep floating those pitches up in the top of the zone like that and expect it to turn out well against this powerhouse of an offense. I don't know if that ball's come down yet. He is an absolute balloon shot, 8th home run of the year. They say 392 feet, but it was damn near a mile if you count how high it went. That's what he's different than other left-handed hitters. Ohtani loves the ball up top. So he turns and spins on it. And first 2 strikes, he'll turn and come out of his shoes. First pitch on the way to Freddie Freeman is another hanging changeup. 1-0. The 1-0 from Elder. Rocks and fires. Down and in. 2-0. If he's in the building, we may see Jackson Stevens tonight. The 2-0 pitch. Swatted foul back behind home plate. 2-1. He would typically come on and be our long man. If Elder can't dance out of danger here, we may see him sooner than later. The 2-1 pitch. Swung on. That ball's lifted into left field. That's going to get down just before the foul line, in for a base hit, and Freddie Freeman is dead meat. He got caught with his hand in the cookie jar. He tried to run on the kid. You don't run on the kid. He's gunned down, 1 away. Jared Kelenic throws an absolute one-hop laser to Ozzie Albies, and Ozzie's sitting there eating a sandwich waiting for Freddie Freeman to show up. He is out by a mile. I was surprised Freddie tried to stretch that out because Kelenic got on it pretty quickly. Guess he doesn't know. He better act somebody. 1 down. The first pitch on the way is a strike right there at the knees to Smith. It's 0-1. Will Smith walked his first time up. The 0-1. Down and away, 1-1. He came around to score on the home run by Muncy. The 1-1. Down and away, 2-1. So a 2-1 count. Elder at 42 pitches here in the third. The pitch on the way, swung on, chop, foul, kind of a half-hearted check swing, 2-2. Seattle, by the way, did hold on and beat the Astros. I believe it finished 5-0. Checking the score right now. Yeah, 5-0. Gilbert went to 3-0 with a 1.69 ERA. The 2-2 from Elder. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with the sinker up top, 2 away. So 2 down. He continues to send a mixed bag of tricks in here. Is the first pitch on the way to Max Muncy. It's right down the pipe for a strike. 0-1. The 0-1. Righty lefty. Muncy, who hit a home run his last time up. Misses outside wide, 1-1. The 1-1 from Elder. Swung on that ball, slapped into right field, down for a base hit. That's going to be a 2-out single for Muncy, and Tescar Hernandez will come to the plate. Bryce Elder has 4 strikeouts, 2 walks, 3 earned runs. 4 hits allowed in 2 2/3. His location has been spotty at best. He's leaving everything up high. Normally when Elder's really rolling, he's getting that sinker down, and he's getting the slider down and away to the righties. First pitch on the way is another sinker up top. Looked like it grabbed the zone, but didn't get the call. 1-0. The 1-0. Elder comes set, lets her go. Swing and a miss. 90 miles an hour, 1-1. I mean, honestly, if you're trying to win this game, I don't see how you put Elder back out through that lineup a third time. You get him through hopefully this inning and hopefully the fourth, and then go to the pen. The 1-1 from Elder misses up top, 2-1. LA 3, Braves nothing, bottom of the third. Padres lead the Diamondbacks 3-0 heading to the seventh. The 2-1 swing and a miss up top. It's 2-2. So a 2-2 count with 2 outs. Guardians beat the Angels 7-1. Orioles over the Reds 2-1. These are all finals. Blue Jays 6-3 over the Nats. Pirates 1-0. 7 innings of shutout ball by their young phenom Jared Jones. The 2-2 misses outside ball, 3-3-2. Saw a stat, become the first rookie to have over 50 strikeouts. He has 51 strikeouts and 5 walks to start his career. So a full count, which means the runner will be on the move. Bottom of the third, 2 outs. Elder comes set, kicks and fires. Swung on, hit hard on the ground, but right at Riley. Riley's got it, flips it over to first, and that'll end the inning. So, another one on the board, but the Braves trail 3-0, the top of the order coming to the plate.
Hey, you want a beer?
It's a little early for that, ain't it?
Too early for a beer?
No, for stupid questions. Of course I want a beer.
We got a tie. We need to fix it. We need a tiebreaker.
I agree. Ties are not acceptable in fantasy football. Fantasy football is about proving that you are better than your friends, not equally as good as your friends, okay? It's not communism. We're not coveting Billy Joel cassette tapes and wearing ill-fitting blue jeans.
Good call on going to YEG Exotic, brah. This place slaps.
Dad, don't embarrass me.
How's it going, sir?
Good, how about you, man?
Good. I'm wondering if you could help us. My daughter is low-key looking for some bus and soda pop. No cap.
Dad!
This morning, I had a craving for Chipotle, so that's where I went for lunch. And the young man working the counter, he was so polite. Perhaps a little too polite, because he called me ma'am. He called me ma'am not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times. And if he did it one more time, I was going to reach across the counter, put his bling on a stick, and I was going to bubble wrap his heart and FedEx it to his mama. But of course, I did not do that, because I am a lady, and that would violate my parole.
It is a haunted game in which every player is measured against the ghosts of all who have gone before. Most of all, it is about time and timelessness, speed and grace, failure and loss, imperishable hope, and coming home.
Thank you for listening, liking, and subscribing to Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Ron Acuna Jr. leads us off. He takes the first pitch down and away for a ball. 1-0. The 1-0 pitch swung on. That ball's rifled into left field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Your Atlanta Braves have their first base runner, first base hit here in the top of the fourth. So that'll bring Ozzie Albies to the plate. He takes a swing at the first pitch, pops it up. Easy, lazy, fly ball. 1 away. Glass now just at 32 pitches. I forget who put it in the chat, but yeah, we might see a 50-pitch complete game shutout. This is ridiculous. They're swinging very early, and Glasnow and Will Smith know it. First pitch on the way to Riley, swung on and swatted back foul. It's 0-1. The irony is they got that mentality from Mr. Dodger over there at first base, Freddie Freeman. The 0-1. Glass now turns around and flips it over to first. Try to keep Acuna close by. Acuna well under the tag. It's a pretty slow move to first. I got to figure Glasnow's got another one that he's just kind of deking him, setting him up. The 0-1. Swung on and fouled back. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Rays lead the Mets 2-1 in the 8th. The rookie for the Mets, right-handed pitcher, came up. Look at Scott Miller. The 0-2 pitch is on the way in the dirt. Ronald Acuna Jr. takes off, and he is going to steal second. How about that? I think Acuna's going to end up with 100 steals this year. I really do. He may not get it on the home run front, but I think he's going to get that 100 steal this year. He could still get hot and hit 30. The 1-2 to Riley, down and away, good take. Try to get him to chase that biting slider, 1-2. Tampa Bay leads the Mets 2-1. Giants getting pounded by the Phillies again. It's 14-3. Eagles over the 49ers in the 7th quarter. The 2-2 swung on, foul back out of play. We'll do it again. White Sox in that long rain delay hold on to beat St. Louis 6-5 in extras. Cleveland 7-1 over the Angels. That's a final. Most of these are in the books. The last game of the night. Glass now turns around and flips it over to second. Another slow move to the base. Acuna once again, though, he's slow to react that time, and I don't know what he's getting. I don't know if he's starstruck, looking at big names in the crowd. The 2-2 pitch swung on. That ball is rifled into left field. That's going to get down for a base hit, and Ronald Acuna Jr. will come around to score, and the rake knocks in Acuna Matata, and it's 3-1. Good piece of hit by Riley. Burner under the diving glove of Mookie Betts. Riley really seems to be getting on one of those tears where he can absolutely carry a team. And we need it with the absence of Olsen. First pitch to Magee is a swing and a miss strike at the top of the zone. It's 0-1. Texas 15-4 over Kansas City. Wow. The 0-1 swung on, chopped foul down the first base line. 0-2. Cubs beat the Brewers 6-5. Twins over the Red Sox 3-1. Yankees 5-3 over the Tigers. I think that was all of them. And San Diego leads Arizona 3-0. Pitch on the way, and that ball kicks away, and Austin Riley's going to head on down to second, and he's going to easily get in there. I believe that was the slider that went in the dirt and kicked away from Smith. Smith did everything perfect except keep the ball absolutely in front of him. He did the 1-2 down and away, blocked, 2-2. That's exactly how you would teach a catcher to get out in front of a ball in the dirt. He slid in front of it, it just ricocheted off his glove and kicked to the left. So the 2-2 to Olsen, pitch on the way, swing and a miss, strike 3, blew it right by him. Unbelievable. Matt Olson, the continued struggle. the struggle continues. It's late. Marcell Ozuna comes to the plate. Marcell 0 for 1. First pitch on the way to Smith. Kicks off his glove, but Riley will stay put. 1-0. The 1-0. Righty. Glass now lets her go. Fastball misses outside, 2-0. So a 2-0 count. Good news, not only have the Braves scored a run, they started to at least make Glasnow labor a little bit. He's at 45 pitches. You'd still like to see it a lot higher here in the fourth. The 2-0 pitch, swung on, grounded over to short. Should be an easy play for Mookie. He's got it, 6-3 putout, and that'll end the inning. But not for your Atlanta Braves. Put one on the board. It's 3-1. We head to the bottom of the fourth inning.
But how old are you? Well, I know you were looking for someone early to mid-20s. I'm slightly older.
Right. How old?
I just turned 29.
Recently?
Last year.
So you're 29?
Last year.
And how old are you, like, right now?
1 more year older.
So 30?
Yeah. 32.
This portion of the show is being brought to you by Whatever We Have in Stock Are Us, your one-stop place to shop for whatever we happen to have lying around at the time.
You're playing with my mind.
I'm trying to play with your body.
I knew it. You're trying to seduce me.
Well, of course I'm trying to seduce you, for God's sake. I'm doing a damn poor job of it. Aren't I pretty?
God, I think you're real cute.
Cute? Baby ducks are cute. I hate cute.
What to do when your child hits.
I'm pretty sure I already know what to do, but let's see if we on the same page.
If you don't know me already, I help people parent better.
Help people parent better? I don't like the way you worded that.
All right, 3 reasons why kids hit.
I'm pretty sure there's only one reason why kids hit.
And the 3-step process to get them to stop.
I'm pretty sure my 1-step procedure would suffice.
Reason number 1 why kids hit. Their physical development outpaces their verbal and intellectual development, so this is how they communicate.
Or they just bad.
Reason number 2 why kids hit. Because it's effective at getting our attention.
AKA they bad.
Number 3, older kids hit because it has been modeled to them. So how do we get them to stop?
You give them an old school ass whipping, that's how.
We are going to redirect their hands to do something more appropriate.
I'll be too busy directing my own hands.
Armchair.
I see great things in baseball. It's our game, the American game. It will take our people out of doors, fill them with oxygen, give them a larger physical stoicism, tend to relieve us from being a nervous, dyspeptic set, repair these losses, and be a blessing to us. Walt Whitman.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Bryce Elder will go back to work. He's got the bottom of the order due up 7-8-9. First pitch on the way to Alan Page is swung on and belted high and deep, and that ball is gone. Another home run by Elder. Given up by Elder. It's 4-1. Holy cow. He is absolutely falling apart. And this is not the lineup to not be hitting your spots. It was another hanger. That one there looked like a sinker. What is that old famous line in 61? Was that the sinker? Yeah, but it didn't sink. I mean, good night, Irene. When Alan Page is treating you as batting practice, it's time to get him out of the game. First pitch on the way to James Outman is right there for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0, righty-lefty pitch. Swing and a miss over the top. 1-1. So a 1-1 count. The pitch on the way. Down and in. 2-1. 2-1 to Outman. Braves trail 4-1. The pitch. Inside. Ball 3-1. 3-1. Misses down and in. 3-2. He got the strike called. It looked like it missed, but they gave him the call. So a full count to Outman. The pitch on the way. Nowhere near the zone, ball 4. Bryce Elder, been a disaster tonight. Has not gotten an out here in the 4th inning. Has given up 4 runs, all earned, and they're all via the home run. 3 home runs. And Snicker is still sitting on his can, so he's going to face Lux. I don't know if he's hoping to get him through this next batter and then go get him. But surely to God, you're not going to send him back up there to face Mookie and company. First pitch on the way, the sinker nowhere near the zone. Looks like a pitch out. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Righty lefty. Elder turns around and flips it over to first. Keeps Outman close by. Lux hit a single his first time up, 1 for 1. I think that's the biggest giveaway. You're not hitting your spots. Gavin Lux is getting base hits off of you. The 1-0 pitch, swung on, chopped over towards short. It's going to be flipped to Ozzie, and that's all he'll get. No time to get Lux, who's busting it down the line. The force out by Riley to Ozzie, 5-4 put out on the shift, 1 away. Right, Ozzie wisely just held on to the ball. So that'll bring Betts up to the plate. Betts takes a half-hearted swing, goes around, tried to pull up, but it's 0-1. Righty. The 0-1. Rocks and fires. Down and away. 1-1. So a 1-1 count. Runner on first, 1 down. Braves trail by 3, 4-1. The pitch. In the dirt, nowhere near the zone. 2-1. Mookie 0 for 2, 2 flyouts. Still with a 1051 OPS and a 358 average, even though he's 0 for in the series. 2-1. This is up top, 3-1. So a 3-1 count. Elder in a heap of trouble. Ohtani standing on deck. Pitch on the way. Nowhere near the zone, ball 4. And that's going to be Bryce Elder's 4th walk of the night. He's given up 3 home runs. 2 on, 1 out. And I can't believe this. They're not even going to go out there and talk to him. You would think they would at least go up there and give him a second to catch his breath. So Ohtani steps in. First pitch on the way is a sinker. Down and away for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Ohtani's already hit 1 home run off of Elder. The pitch on the way. Down and away, 1-1. So he's gone sinker, changeup. The 1-1 pitch, outside high, ball 2, 2-1. Dodgers 4, Braves 1, bottom of the 4th. The pitch on the way, swing, and that ball slapped into left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Kelenic off his glove. Run's going to come around to score. It's 5-1. And the throw to third gets away, but they'll keep him right there. 5-1 your score. Ball kicked off for Kelnick, and then it was a kind of a low away throw, and it got under Riley's glove. Riley had to hustle to keep Mookie from getting home. 5-1 your score. Jared Kelnick who's getting a powwow from Darnode. I mean, what in the world is this? Here comes Snicker. Someone finally wake him up. Maybe it's past his bedtime. He seemed like he was just kind of wandering on out there. All right, we're going to hit the break. When we come back, pitching change. It looks like it's Dylan Lee. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
The Almighty says this must be a fashionable fight. It's drawn the finest people.
People say that, oh, you want to be different so bad, you want to be different so bad. No. I would much rather fit in and be liked. But there's something wrong with me psychologically.
Nice to meet you, Meg.
Wow, you've got a great voice. Would you record my outgoing voicemail message?
I'd be happy to.
And could you make it sound like one of your truck commercials?
If you're looking for something rugged, something durable, something with an endless supply of gas and a tailgate made for dumping, then you must be looking for Meg. Meg might not be much to look at, but with two different shape airbags, Meg is one ride you won't mind taking out to the middle of nowhere and giving it your all. She's road ready and road hard. Kindly leave your go-by and Roman numerals at the sound of the chow bell.
Let's keep the Dodgers in Brooklyn. Our house is not a home without some...
One summer day in 1839 at Cooperstown, New York, on the shores of Lake Otsego, the local academy was playing a game of town ball against Green's Select School. The rules of town ball were so loose that every hit was fair, and boys sometimes ran headlong into one another. That day, an academy player named Abner Doubleday sat down and on the spot drew up the rules for a brand new game and called it baseball. Abner Doubleday would eventually become a hero at the Battle of Gettysburg, and his game would become the national pastime, or so the legend has it. Abner Doubleday really was a distinguished soldier, but he was at West Point, not Cooperstown that summer, never claimed to have had anything to do with baseball, may never have even seen a professional game.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Freddie Freeman comes up. 2 on, 1 out. Lefty. Dylan Lee kicks and fires, and ball's down and away. It's 1-0. Pierce Johnson went on the 15-day IL today, bringing up Jackson Stevens to make room as the 1-0. Down and away. Good block by Darnode. Got away, but not enough for Mookie to make it on down to home. To make room for that move, Angel Perdomo was moved to the 60-day IL, which is just procedural because he has no chance of getting back before then anyways. The 2-0 pitch, swung on, hit hard on the ground into right field. That's down for a base hit. Both runs will come around to score, and it's 7-1 Dodgers. Wait a minute. 6-1 Dodgers. Check that. The hell was, what was Ohtani doing? He must have been sitting next to Brian Snicker taking that nap. He easily should have gotten home on that. Acuna got the ball, and I get it. Acuna's got a hose for an arm, but Ohtani can run, and that ball was hit deep into right field. So 6-1. We'll see if that comes back to bite him in the butt later on. First pitch on the way to Smith is swung on. That ball slapped into left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. And no harm, no foul. Ohtani will come around to score. And it's 7-1 Dodgers here in the bottom of the fourth. Dylan Lee getting slapped around now. And Dylan Lee will be asked to do this inning and probably at least one more no matter how he's pitching. They're not going to want to implode their bullpen over this one game. First pitch on the way to Muncy is up top for a strike. Okay, we'll take it. 0-1. That pitch was about 2 to 3 inches above the zone. That's a strike to Ohtani or Freddie Freeman, but not to the little short dumpy Matt Muncy. The 0-1. They set up outside wide. Inside for a strike, 0-2. This might be the case of Todd Titchener, the home plate umpire, just wanting a rest. LA Dodgers have pushed 4 across in this inning. They lead at 7-1, 7 runs, 9 hits, no errors. The 0-2 pitch swung on, hit high. Not very deep into center field. Harris comes in, makes the catch, 2 away. So 2 down. If this score holds, the Braves will fall to 1.5 games behind the Phillies in the NL East. They would be even in the loss column. But still a long way to go in this one. And one thing we know about this Braves offense, it's never down. It's never out. First pitch on the way to Teoscar Hernandez is outside for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Lee kicks and fires. Swing and fouls it back. It's 1-1. So a 1-1 count. Braves will have the bottom half of the order due up when they go to grab the bats in the 5th. The 1-1, high and out of the zone, 2-1. That always feels like that's the best way to get a rally going if you can, at the bottom of the order, because if you can get guys on, then you got the top ready to crank. The 2-1 pitch, down below the knees, 3-1. Standing on deck is Alan Pages. First and second, 2 out. The 3-1 count. Lee looks back Freeman and delivers. Swing and a miss up top. 4-seam fastball. 3-2. So a 3-2 count. Lee looks back again. The runners go. Swing and fouls it back. Do it again. Full count. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. They'll be moving on the first move of Lee. Probably be a perfect time for Lee to throw one over to first. The 3-2 pitch from Lee. Rocks and fire. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That'll end the inning. But not before the Braves cough up 4. It's 7-1 in the City of Angels.
I should have gone to law school or high school.
Mike Schmidt batting .286, 10 homers. He's knocked in 29. He's tied for second in the league in home runs behind Eric Davis, who has 13 of them. Schmidt, Dawson, and Durham of the Cubs each have 10. 1-1 to Schmidt. Schmidt lifetime is hitting just 189 against Nolan Ryan. 7 hits and 37 at bats. 5 of those 7 hits have been home runs. Struck him out. First strikeout for Ryan. That's 2 down here in the first.
But, you know, I want to say one thing in all seriousness. I feel sorry for you people that don't drink. I mean it, because when you wake up in the morning, that's as good as you're going to feel all day.
Armchair. Babe, do you like my new nails?
Let me see them. Yeah, those are cool. I probably
You like the red?
I like the bubble bath ones better, but those are alright.
How do you know what bubble bath is?
What do you mean? Like, everybody knows that.
From who? Because I've never gotten those.
You haven't?
No. How do you know what those are? Who have you been hanging with?
What do you mean?
How do you know what those are?
No, I do like yours, though. They look good.
Armchair.
You think about it. What is there in your life, besides your love of family maybe, that carries all the way through from almost your earliest recollections till the day you die, and you care about it in one way or another? There are very, very few things that make that list. We come to things at various times in our lives when we can comprehend them, when we have an interest in them. But we have a child's interest in baseball, in my case from the time I was 5. I can't imagine never having an interest in baseball. So it will be one of the few things in my life that I have cared about in one way or another all the way through.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Travis Darnode. We'll hope that Tyler Glasnow will have some effects from that long sit. First pitch on the way from Glasnow is 47th of the night. Is a fastball right there on the edge for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 down into the dirt. 1-1. LA 7, Atlanta 1. We can close the book on Elder now. 3 1/3. Oof. 7 earned runs, 7 hits, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts. The 1-1. Pitch high and out of the zone, 2-1. His ERA went from 1.5 today to 5.28. The 2-1, down below the knees, called for a low, strike 2. Darno did not like it. Can't say I blame him. So a 2-2 count. Righty, swing and a miss, strike 3. 97, pump gas right by him. 1 away. One down. Michael Harris II will come to the plate. MH2, he has been struggling. The first pitch on the way. Curveball right there at the knees for a strike. It's 0-1. Harris now batting just .285. Remember, he was about a week ago in the mid-3s. The 0-1 swung on, chopped foul in his instep. 1-1. I don't think this really goofy schedule's helping them either. Not only are we talking about the West Coast thing, but after this series is over, they head back to Atlanta for a 2-game series against Boston, then go right back out on the road to face the Mets. The 0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Harris down on strikes once again. We've got tomorrow's game at 4:10 Eastern. We'll bring that to you pitch by pitch, play by play. Max Fried, hopefully he can stop the bleeding. And then we're off Monday. We have Tuesday, Wednesday, off Thursday, and then head to New York for the weekend to face the Mets. Turn around and come right back to face the Cubs in Atlanta. First pitch to RC is outside for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Down and away, 96-mile-an-hour sinker, 2-0. Point being, when you're going back and forth and back, it's going to be really hard to get into a rhythm of going to the stadium. The 2-0 pitch, swing, and that ball's hit hard into center field, left center field. That's going to get down for a base hit, and Orlando Arcia tries to get something going here at the top of the fifth. Braves trail 7-1. 2-out double. Send Jared Kelnick to the plate. You would have thought that we would have either played the Mets first and then went home to face the Cubs and the Red Sox, or face the Red Sox and Cubs and then go play the Mets. First pitch to Kelnick was missed downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0 swung on, fouled straight back. Fastball up high, 1-1. I know a lot of this has to do with the new schedule that they started last year where you play everybody, but there's got to be some pushback on that. The 1-1 misses high, 97 miles an hour, 2-1. So a 2-1 count, righty lefty. The pitch on the way, swing and a miss over the top. It's 2-2. Braves have about maybe $2.5 million, $3 million wiggle room before they hit the next plateau, and you hit that plateau. The 2-2 swung on, chopped foul. We'll do it again. It's going to cost you a draft pick, and it's going to make your tax rate go through the roof. They don't have a hard cap in baseball, but what they do have is every time that you go to the next level, you have a luxury tax. The 2-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Changes the slider down below the knees, and that'll end the inning. Braves put one on, but fail to score. It's 7-1. We hit to the bottom of the fifth.
Why is there a pancake in the silverware drawer?
I mean, why is there silverware in the pancake drawer?
Basketball players want to be football players, and football players want to be basketball players, and we all want to play baseball.
Enjoy sun-drenched days, epic stays, and plenty of room to roam in Greater Fort Lauderdale. Our hotels, attractions, and restaurants have taken the Visit Lauderdale's Safe and Clean pledge, so you can relax and explore with confidence. When you are ready for that well-deserved staycation, our 23 miles of golden beaches await. Find wide-open spaces to hike, bike, kayak, and paddleboard. Visit your favorite attractions, then dine out in style or al fresco on waterfront patios. Learn more at sunny.org.
Okay, if you were in the 20s, in the 80s, how did you get your hair to stay? Okay, because I am spraying. I am really spraying, and I am teasing. But in 20 minutes, this is going to be gone. How did you do it? Because that was up here. And as far as I'm concerned, it was there all day. So if you know, please let me know, because I'm trying to recreate your look. And I don't know how to do it, okay? Because I was born in 1999. Thank you so much. Love you. Bye.
The ref wants to fight. See him? He's like, fight me.
It's offsides.
Right, they're on his side. He's like...
No, he's calling offsides.
Oh. I didn't know. Cussing.
No, it's a false start.
Oh, false start. Same thing.
It's not the same thing.
Oh, okay. Look, power to the people.
Fourth down.
Oh, fourth down. I mean, that's fourth down.
Yeah, that's fourth down.
Illegal hair pull.
Illegal substitution.
Nose punch.
Face mask.
Illegal leg stretch. You can't stretch.
Roughing the kicker. Do you even watch football?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Look, he's so mad he just kicked the ball.
It's a field goal.
Ref's like, why'd you kick the ball? If I was the ref, I'd probably go talk to him. I'd probably be like, you can't just be kicking the ball because you're mad.
It measures just 9 inches in circumference, weighs only about 5 ounces, and is made of cork wound with woolen yarn, covered with 2 layers of cowhide, and stitched by hand precisely 216 times.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. First pitch on the way from Dylan Lee is swung on and missed for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 to Alan Pages, who steps in. Jesse, if you're referring to Jimmy Hergert from the Angels, he's not really a prospect. The 0-1 swing and a miss over the top, 0-2. It's a 30-year-old journeyman reliever, and they brought him in just for depth in case of injury. So an 0-2 count. Lefty, righty, pitch on the way, swing and a miss. 1-2. Excuse me, strike 3, What was the next question? How is Eno and AJ doing the AJ Smith-Shawver, once again, talked about this last night. He's getting his work down there on the farm. They're managing his innings. His innings are, they're letting him pitch once a week, and he's going about 3, maybe 4 innings. First pitch on the way to Outman is swung on and fouled off. It's 0-1. But what Herget is, he's basically a guy that if there's an injury, not only can he be brought up, he's got a career 3.47 ERA, but he doesn't have blow you away stuff. This is the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed, slider off the edge to Outman. It's 0-2. But he does have a lot of experience. He played with Cincinnati in 2019 and then Texas the next 2 years and then went to the Angels. The 0-2, down and away. Did he go around? They checked down the side, and they said that he did. Third base umpire Nestor Seja rung him up. It's close. That might be a 7-1 strikeout in the 5th inning. The 2 down. But he's a 30-year-old right-hander that they can bring up if need be in the bullpen. He's really just a depth piece. And when you see cash considerations, that does not always mean that they are paying. What they're doing is they're taking over the contract. A lot of that has to do with if you can get it at a good price, is the 1-0 pitch, down and away off the plate, 2-0. And the Angels are in a weird position where they're not really selling, but they're not being aggressive as the Braves as far as building and keeping depth in their organization. The 2-0 pitch swung on, fouled straight back from Lux. It's 2-1. So when you see moves like that, one of the things they're doing is, in case there is an injury like the Pierce Johnson, well, what does that do? Is the 2-1 pitch swung on and missed? It's 2-2. Someone has to take Steven Jackson's place down on the farm, and so it's just a constant rolling cycle. And you may see Helget or even someone else get released after, as the 2-2 pitch swung on, comebacker to Dylan Lee, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. We may see Dylan Lee eat the 6th as well, trying to keep us in it. The top of the orders do it for the Braves. More on their moves and shakes when we come back.
My wife threatened to leave me because of my filthy and disgusting habits. I was so shocked, I almost choked on my toenails.
Now, if you want to crown them, but they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
To protect her home and family in a disaster, Karen was willing to wade through water, mud, and insurance paperwork.
Yeah, I can do this.
You go, Karen! By simply understanding and updating what her insurance covers and doesn't cover now, she'll be better prepared no matter when disaster strikes. Learn other simple ways to protect your home and family before a natural disaster at ready.gov. That's ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
Hey, buddy, I'll be back. I'm going to run to McDonald's real quick. Run to McDonald's. Didn't they suspend your license today in court? Yeah, what's that got to do with anything? You can't drive with no license, Roy. What are you talking about? Yeah, you can't. I don't use a license to start my truck. What are you going to do if you get pulled over with no license? Same thing I always do when I get pulled over. Run. You're going to get in trouble, man. What are they going to do, take my license? You're going to go back to jail. And guess what? When I get out, I'll drive home. Man, one of these times, they're just not going to let you out of jail. Nah, next time I go to jail, I'm going to be there for a while after what I said to the judge last time. I am on thin ice.
If I want to smoke, I will smoke. If I want to drink, I will drink. If I want to go out, I will go out. Because I'm the one that brings the money in this house. I'm the one with the boss in this house. So if I'm going to go out, you're going to stay here with the kids. You got that? And that's how it is. That's how I'm going to tell them when she gets here.
It travels 60 feet 6 inches from the pitcher's mound to home, and it can cover that distance at nearly 100 miles an hour. Along the way, it can be made to twist, spin, curve, wobble, rise, or fall away.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. First pitch on the way to Ronald Acuna Jr. is down and away for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. High and inside, 96 miles an hour. 2-0. So a 2-0 from Glasnow. 65th pitch of the night. The pitch swung on, cranked deep into the right field corner. That is going to stick to the wall and get down for a base hit. Here comes Ronald Acuna Jr. He's rounding first. He'll head to second, and it's a leadoff double for your Atlanta Braves. Took that high fastball outside and drilled it. Thought it might have had a chance to get out, but it died just at the warning track. It died, you know where it died at the Aaron Judge broken toe spot. If you remember that from last year. First pitch on the way to Ozzie Albies is high and inside. Called for a strike. I'm not sure about that one. 0-1. The 0-1, righty-lefty, just misses up top. 1-1. So a 1-1 count. Pitch on the way. 2-1. Fastball misses high. The 2-1. Swing and a miss downstairs, 2-2. The 2-2 count, righty-lefty, pitch on the way in the dirt. That ball gets away, and Acuna thinks about running to third, but the ball actually rolled towards third. No sense of getting thrown out at third. So a full count to Ozzie. Glasnow comes set. The pitch to Oz. Caught looking strike three. What in the hell is he doing? I mean, just sitting there watching it go by. Ozzie Albies had the best seat in the house. 1 down. I've seen so many of these Braves batters take a called third strike on this road trip. Just can't figure it out. Austin Riley comes to the plate. He's 1 for 2. The first pitch. Slider right there, first strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Swing and fouls it away. It's 0-2. LA 7, Braves 1. Austin Riley with a single in the fourth that knocked in the Braves' only RBI. The 0-2 went swinging on that one. Good night. 2 down. He chased that slider down below his shoe tops. He decided to swing at that one when they got off the plane at LAX on Thursday afternoon. So 1 down, 2 out, or 2 out, 1 on, excuse me. Matt Olson comes to the plate. He takes the first pitch high and inside for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Righty lefty. Pitch on the way. Down and in. 2-0. Glass now at 77 pitches now. Still a really low pitch count considering how deep he is into the game. The 2-0 to Olsen, way outside, high, wide. Ball 3-0. So a 3-0 count. We knew this was going to be a tough one. Glasnow, one of the best right-handers in baseball. But when Elder comes up on the card and he just pitched a terrible game, is the 3-0 taken all the way. Olsen trying to get on any way he can. 3-1. That's a smart take by Olsen, honestly. It's probably a pitch he could handle, but he knows they're down by 6. The 3-1. Down and away, ball 4. So Matt Olsen will head on down to first. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. First pitch on the way to Marcell Ozuna is swung on and sawed off down the line. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Righty. Pitch from Glasnow. Swing and fouls it straight back. It's 0-2. Ozuna just missed timing that one up. So an 0-2 count. Pitch on the way. Caught looking, strike 3. Good night. 2 caught lookings and 1 swinging in the dirt. That'll end the inning. Braves put a couple on, but never really threatened. We'll be back in a flash.
We can't Irby Dern your frazzle dazzle.
Braves country is AFC South country all season long.
Drive starts at the 1 and looking for a little breathing room, and they get that and plenty more. Derrick Henry still going. Stays in bounds. He might go. 99 yards for the touchdown. Unbelievable. Touchdown.
Slant caught. Touchdown. Marquise Lee. And he punched the ball into the stands.
Deep. And he's got it. Keelan Cole. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
AFC South on Braves country.
Ford, Chevy, or Dodge?
Chevy all the way. It's the heartbeat of America.
I'm going to go off the reservation on this one. Like,
imagine that.
Now I have an actual American truck. I have a Nissan. You laugh. My truck is made in Tennessee and it's going to spend most of its life in Alabama. That's American. What are we going to do for Chevy? Isn't Chevy made in like Mexico or something? I know Dodge is made in Mexico. So
Chevrolet's made up in Michigan, Detroit City.
That's not America.
Armchair.
Cars from all over America come to find a new home in Florida, just like you. I moved here after the draft. I noticed there was one thing missing from this great town: a celebrity-endorsed used car shop. That's why I founded BJ's Used Autos. Every one of these beauties is freshly painted. They look brand new. We have new models coming in every morning, usually around 2 a.m. We can get you anything. I've taken the skills I've learned as a pro football player to the used car business. Smash, grab, and run like hell.
The bat is made of turned ash, less than 42 inches long, not more than 2 3/4 inches in diameter.
You're listening to Braves Country Baseball. Please like and subscribe today. YouTube.com/@Braves Country. Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Dylan Lee will go back out for yet another inning, trying to eat as many innings as he can. He'll face Mookie Betts and the rest of the top of the order, Ohtani and Freeman. First pitch to Mookie is down and away for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing, and that ball's lifted high into right field, but right into the glove, Ronald Acuna Jr. One away. One down. And Shohei Ohtani comes to the plate. Ohtani hit a home run earlier in this game, a hanging changeup from Bryce Elder, who gave up 3 home runs tonight, 7 earned runs. First pitch on the way to Ohtani's right there for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Down and away, 2-0. So a 2-0 count. Kicks and fires, swing and a miss, slider down and away, 2-1. Ohtani 2 for 3 with a double, a solo shot. The 2-1 pitch, swing, and that ball's laced into right field, foul, just missing the foul line, evens up the count at 2-2. Dodgers 7. Braves 1. The pitch on the way to Ohtani. Swung on, hit high and deep into left field. Running back, making the catch is Kelenic, 2 away. He gave that one a ride, almost got out. So 2 down. That's what I thought the dopey comment was about, y'all. I was right the first time. The pitch to Freeman is high and inside for a ball. It's 1-0. Hey, Goat, good to see you. I'm putting this losing streak all on you. The 1-0. Kicks and fires, down and away, 2-0. So a 2-0 count. Lefty, lefty. The pitch. Swing, and that ball's lifted high and deep into right field. Going back, making a leaping chance at the wall, and Acuna cannot make the catch. It ricochets, and Freddie Freeman's going to have a triple with some really odd dance as he stands on third. It is all I can do to hold my tongue about that dance. Oh, Freddie. How ye has changed. Looks like we finally hit the 100 like mark, so we'll go ahead and take the sign down. Sashaying at third. Stands here with 2 outs. The 1-0 pitch to Will Smith right down the pipe for strikeouts. Goat, that's the dance that the Dodgers have been doing all year. In fact, they started that last year. It was a version of that last year, but they've gone a little more San Francisco to it this year. The 1-1 swung on, lifted high and deep into left field, running in, making the diving catch is the kid, and Jarred Kelenic continues to make his statement. Give that man the Gold Glove in left this year.
He is not the love of your life. He is literally just a guy. Hit him with your car.
We're 1 out away
Braves country from a trip to the World Series. Whatever superstition you got, do it. The entire city of Atlanta, the entire South is standing on their feet, trying to will the Braves into the World Series. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And swung on and ripped over to Dansby Swanson. Dansby's got it. He fires over to first. Baby, sound the trumpets. Do the job through the streets. Your Atlanta Braves are headed to the 2021 World Series. Oh, baby.
Hey, you think y'all could chill out on the online shopping for me? Just a little bit, please? Y'all killing us. Damn it, man. Y'all know we already Temu tired. And then now here goes Sheen with they shenanigans. Damn it, man. Come on, little stank. It ain't even no more social distancing out here or nothing. Go call your little friend up, go to the mall, and do some shopping, damn it. Stay off the web. Sheen getting just as bad as Temu. I'd have been calling them Sheenmu. I had to deliver 28 bags, Sheen bags, to one house. Now, I know they got them big-ass boxes. Them be heavy as hell. They be big as me. I think y'all just like seeing my little ass struggle carrying these big-ass boxes. I ain't got time to be scanning all 28, 29, 37 items you just ordered. Come on, Sheen, put them in a box for me. I love y'all.
The batter has only a few thousandths of a second to decide to hit the ball. And yet the men who fail 7 times out of 10 are considered the game's greatest heroes.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. We head to the top of the 7th inning. If you're just joining us, Bryce Elder was awful tonight. And that's pretty much the story of the game, the starting pitching. Elder went 3 1/3, 7 earned runs, 7 hits allowed, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts, 3 home runs given up. Meanwhile, Tyler Glasnow's been brilliant. 6 innings, 10 strikeouts, 1 walk and a run given up. The 0-1 to Travis d'Arnaud, swing and a miss strike at the top of the zone. It's 0-2. The 0-2. Glasnow steps off the mound for a second. Braves had a couple of runners on second and third last inning, but 3 more strikeouts ended that rally. The 0-2 pitch, swung on, fouled back out of play. We'll do it again. Acuna led off with the double in the last inning, and then 2 caught-looking strikes, along with Riley chasing one into the dirt, killed the rally. The 0-2. Down and away, swing and a miss, 1-2. So a 1-2 count. It'll be d'Arnaud, Harris, and Arcia due up. The 0-2 pitch, swing, and that ball slapped into right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. That could be extra bases. Here comes Travis d'Arnaud. He's booking. He's cooking. He's sliding head first into second, and it's a leadoff double for TDA, the retirement plan. Hey, Margaret, good to see you too. Looks like we need a Margaret Goat to show up and get some runs going here. Braves trail 7-1. And that'll bring up Michael Harris. Glasnow at 88 pitches now. The first pitch to Michael swung on and swatted back, fouling out of play. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Righty-lefty, pitch on the way, swung on, chopped over towards second. Mookie cuts over and grabs it, so it's going to be a 6-3 putout on the play. Travis moves from second to third, 1 down. Dodgers will gladly trade the out for the base. That'll bring Orlando Arcia to the plate. Also, if you're just joining us, Pierce Johnson went to the IL today. First pitch on the way to Orlando Arcia. It's right there for a strike. Slider at the knees. It's 0-1. Catch up to speed on that. 15-day IL, shoulder inflammation. We had the interview with Pierce Johnson. It sounds like it's something very minor. He'll be back in the near future. Jackson Stevens was brought up. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Slider. It's 0-2. And Angel Perdomo was slid over to the 60-day IL to make room on the 40-man. So the 0-2 pitch, swing, and that ball's chopped up the middle. Making the play is Lux. He'll flip it over to Freddie. 2 down. On the play, Travis d'Arnaud does come home to score. So it's 7-2. But the last thing he wanted to do was trade 2 outs and one run across after by 6. Jared Kelnick steps up to the plate. Last out is 94th pitch of the night on the way. First pitch down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. If you're looking at the Bally's feed for the Braves, ignore that third base. d'Arnaud did score. The 1-0, high and out of the zone, 2-0. They've now since corrected it. I know that because I physically saw Travis d'Arnaud go into the dugout. The 2-0 pitch, swing, and chopped it over towards first. That's going to be an easy out. 3-1, Glasnow covering the bag. That'll end the inning. Well, the Braves get one on, but still trail by 5. Little ways to go. It ain't over yet. We'll be back in a flash. Get up and stretch.
All right. I can't see you. Let me hear you. A 1, a 2, a 3. We out to the ball game. We out to the find me something of Cracker Jack.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Tyler Matzik will come on to the mound. He'll face Max Muncy. First pitch on the way is high and inside, four-seam fastball. Misses. It's 1-0. Matzik comes on with a 7.71 ERA. 10 strikeouts in 11 innings. The 1-0. Whoa, inside. Almost gets Muncy. 2-0. So a 2-0 count. Pitch on the way to Muncy, nowhere near the zone. Ball 3, 3-0. The 3-0 called for a strike up top, 92-mile-an-hour four-seamer, 3-1. The 3-1 pitch, swing, and that ball's belted high and deep. Going back on the track, Max Muncy has his second home run of the night. It's 8-2. Los Angeles Dodgers. Another moonshot. His 7th of the season. 2nd of the game. Barely getting over the wall, but it's enough to clear the track. 404 feet, 106 miles an hour off the bat. And it's 8-2. So evidently Mookie Betts gets his nickname or his name from his parents naming him after the NBA guard Mookie Blaylock. Now, the thing about that is the 1-0 pitch. Up top for a strike, it's 1-1. So a 1-1 count. Swing, and that ball's hit hard on the ground right to Riley. Riley's got it, fires over to first. And it's a 5-3 putout, one away. So Mookie Blaylock, that was an actual nickname. And it was given to him by his sisters who had heard about Mookie Wilson of the New York Mets. And Mookie Wilson originally got his nickname because when he was a kid, he couldn't say cookie. He said Mookie for milk and cookies, and his grandmother gave him that nickname. So when it's all said and done, like kind of like 3 degrees of separation, what do they say? There's 6 degrees separation from Kevin Bacon. Well, there's your 3 degrees separation for Mookie Wilson. First pitch on the way from Matzik. Fouled off. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Chop foul off the plate. 0-2. So an 0-2 count to Pages. Swing and grounds it foul down the third base line. Do it again, 0-2. Andy Page is 1 for 3 with the solo home run in the 4th. The 0-2. Kicks and fires. Fastball misses inside, 1-2. Goat. The 1-2. Lefty righty. The pitch on the way. Down and away. 2-2. Last night was the bats that couldn't get anything going, and you got a really good start from Charlie Morton. Tonight, I know we've only scored the 2 runs, but that's a really good starting pitcher there in the Los Angeles side. And when you give up 7 earned runs on your starting pitcher, it's going to be difficult to win any game that way. So a full count to Pages. Braves are on the shift on the infield, playing back. The windup, swung on. Grounded down towards the third base side. We'll do it again, 3-2. Full count. Matzik winds and pitches. The ball is sawed off, foul. Again, down the right field side. We'll do it again, 3-2. It's about that time to turn back time. We'll squeeze these in as we go on. Pages 1 for 3, a full count. Standing on deck is Outman. The 3-2 pitch. Swing, and that ball's laced into left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. And it's a 1-out single for Alan Pages. This date, 1936, after being sidelined at the start of the season because of a foot injury, Joe DiMaggio makes his much-anticipated Major League debut. The 21-year-old rookie outfielder lives up to the hype, collecting 3 hits, including a triple, and scoring 3 runs in the New York Yankees' 14-5 victory over the St. Louis Browns in New York. First pitch from Matzik. Down and away for a ball. 1-0. The 1-0. Lefty. Pitch on the way. Down and away. Gets away from Darnode. But Pages will stay put. Leading 8-2. Didn't really get far enough away for him to scamper. And I'm sure they're also looking at it as why bail Matzik out with an easy throw out to second. So a 2-0 count, way high out of the zone, ball 3-3-0. 8-2 your score. The over-under in this game is already hit. It was 8.5. The 3-0. Down, ball 4. So Matzik's struggles continue. And I do believe he'll eventually get it together, but it's really tough seeing him come back from this injury and just playing very, very poorly out of the gates. Mentioned this a couple of games ago, but Matzik, even when Matzik was really good in 2021, he really didn't hit his stride till the middle of the summer. Because I can remember we had just started doing these broadcasts. And we started them in the summer of 2021. And I can remember thinking our bullpen was just a disaster. And then you slowly saw them come together. And, of course, Matzik was a big part of that. Everybody remembers the matchup against the Dodgers in the NLD and the NLCS. I mean, even Mookie Betts talks about it to this day. First pitch on the way from Matzik to Lux after the mound meeting. He's right there at the knees for a strike. It's 0-1. But they all struggled until we hit about June or July of that year. And then all of a sudden, that bullpen became lights out. The 0-1 swung on, lifted high, deep into center field, drifting over. Making the catch is Michael the Hawk Harris. He had to go a long way to make that one. Gets the ball back into the infield, but the runners will advance. His momentum was taking him towards the left field and up against the wall. So the left-hander had to turn, spin, and fire it back into the infield against his body. And both guys were tagging up, so they easily advanced. But there are 2 down. And we're going to get another pitching change. So Snicker is going to send Matzik to the showers. It looks like Jackson Stevens has made it to Los Angeles. He'll be coming in when we come back.
Are you making fun of me being fat again?
You're not fat again. You were always fat.
Hey, is it a trolley, buggy, or a cart?
It's a buggy. Here, down here, we have buggies. It's a buggy.
It is a shopping cart. A buggy is something you strap to a horse's ass.
Whenever you go down there to the Walmart, and what do you say to your youngin'? Hey, run over there and go grab me a buggy so we can do our shopping.
I ain't got no damn youngin'.
What I say
to him, get away from me, you ugly little... That's somebody else.
A priest is driving down the road 100 miles an hour and he's stopped by the guards. The guard notices the smell of alcohol off the priest's breath and the bottle of wine on the floor. And he says to the priest, "You've been drinking, sir." No, just water." "Smells an awful like wine though," says the guard. The priest takes one look at the bottle and says, "Oh, good Lord, he's done it again."
This is the number 2, right?
Yes.
I meant to say number 3. I don't want this. And matter of fact, a number 7 or number 3. You pick one.
What you mean I pick one? You just ordered the food.
Excuse me?
Bro, you heard what I said, bro. You about to close, bro. I got time for your bro.
What kind of customer service is this?
What kind of customer are you?
Baseball has nearly all the qualities and the narrative that the country has. It's competitive. It's spirited. It's got the joshing, and it's got the intellectual side, the great students of it. But it's also got labor unions and management and gimmicks and promotion, venality, great public fools in baseball, and great public heroes, and self-serving people, and generous people. And it has pride and unity of town and of country, and it'll do for a figure for the American system.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. First pitch on the way from Jackson Stevens is right there, up out of the zone. It's 1-0. Stevens, righty-righty matchup. The pitch on the way, swung on, popped up. Should be playable. Converging 3 plate, and Ozzie Albies. What in the world happened? See if they give him an error on that. Did he get a glove on it? I thought he was going to make the catch, and he just kind of tripped and misplayed the ball, and it's a 2-run, either a single or an error. Wow. Oh, he just missed it altogether. I thought it popped out of his glove. I think he thought he was going to run into Olsen. Olsen held up, and Ozzie was looking to make sure they didn't run into each other. First pitch on the way to Shohei Ohtani is swung on and dropped into left center field, down for a base hit. So runners on first and second, 2 out. I don't know what Mark's talking about, but whatever. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. Righty, lefty. The pitch on the way. Swing, and that ball's belted high and deep into center field, going back on the track, making the catch at the 395 mark, the deepest part of the outfield. Man, Freeman missed a 3-run shot by about 5 feet.
You dumped a porn star? Friendship over!
Believe it or not, the actress who played Aunt Bethany in National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation was the same lady who provided the voice for Betty Boop and Olive Oyl. The Vlasic Pickle Stork mascot was an attempt to capitalize on pregnant women's craving for pickles. In 1846, a doctor started promoting hand washing in his clinic. He saw a link between women dying from childbed fever and doctors doing autopsies before delivering babies. Most people didn't believe him. He even lost his job. Sadly, he later died of sepsis in an asylum.
When someone asks you if you're a god, you say, yes!
Lager, the beer that brought the forest down.
I drive an exotic imported sports car. I eat exotic foreign food like frankfurters and pizza. But when it comes to numbing my mind, I'm a patriot. I drink the beer that brought the forest down. I'm a lager man. And with the new 80-bottle trunk pack, you've got enough for the evening. Hey, it's happy hour somewhere.
Lager brings out the patriot in you.
Putting up with me is like eating pudding with a fork. It's not impossible, but it's kind of a pain in the ass.
1786. A fine day. Play ball in the campus, but am beaten, for I miss catching and striking the ball. Princeton College. Children have hit balls with bats as long as there have been children. But baseball's most direct ancestors were 2 British games, rounders, a children's sport brought to New England by the earliest colonists, and cricket, a stately pastime divided into innings and supervised by umpires. By the time of the American Revolution, there were many variations. Boys played one version or another in schoolyards and village greens and on college campuses.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. First pitch on the way to Ronald Acuna Jr. is right there for a strike on the outer edge. It's 0-1. The 0-1 kicks and fires. Swing and a miss strike on from Varlin. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Gus Varlin, the right-hander, taking over for Glasnow. The 0-2 pitch. Slider down and away. 1-2. The pitch. Down below the knees. Ball 2, 2-2. Braves 2, Dodgers 10, top of the 8th inning. Pitch on the way. Swing, and that ball's rifled into center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Your Atlanta Braves got the leadoff runner on. One on, nobody out. Ronald Acuna Jr. seems to have really ignited here in Los Angeles. The first pitch on the way to Ozzie Albies is up high for a strike. It's 0-1. Him and Riley seem to be swinging a pretty good bat right now. We got to get Olsen off the schneid. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss up top. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Righty, lefty. The pitch on the way. Down and in. Did he go around? He did not. 1-2. So 1-2 to Ozzie. Acuna stands on first. Nobody out. The pitch on the way. High and outside. Ball 2. 2-2. The pitch. Swing and fouls it off his instep. We'll do it again. Tomorrow afternoon, 4:10 first pitch. It'll be Max Fried. The 2-2. Swung on, pops it up. High in the sky. It's going to be an easy can of corn just past second. Mookie Betts has the catch, one away. Tomorrow's game, 4:10 first pitch, you're going to have Max Fried on the mound. Will come your way about 3:30. Jump in there with the pregame show shortly before the game. The first pitch to Austin Riley is down and away. Taken for a ball, it's 1-0. The 1-0 to Riley, who's 1 for 3 with an RBI. The pitch. Swing, and that ball's chopped over towards third. Backhanded by Muncy. Fires it over to first, and it's a 5-3 putout, 2 away. Good defensive play by Muncy. He's not known to pull those off, but that was a pretty impressive play. Kind of got caught between the short hop. So 2 down. Matt Olson comes to the plate, runner on second. The 1-0 to Olson. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. 95 miles an hour. It's 1-1. The 1-1. Varland, 16th pitch of the night. Down and away, 2-1. On this date in 1982, facing the 27 minimum batters, Mike Flanagan and the Orioles beat Seattle 6-0. The Baltimore Southpaw gives up 3 hits as the 2-1 misses inside, 3-1. He gave up, listen to this, he gave up 3 hits, a walk, but 2 double plays, a pickoff, and a caught stealing. Keep it to the minimum 27 bats faced. The 3-1 swung on and fouled straight back, 3-2. That's got to be more rare than a perfect game. So a full count to Olson. Man, do we need him off the schneid. The pitch. High and out of the zone, ball 4. We'll take the base. Anything but an out for Olson. It's got to be good news. That'll bring us to the plate. On this date in 1975, after taking the mound against the Rangers in the second inning at Arlington Stadium, Nolan Ryan finds a rubber snake and a giant rubber crab when he reaches for the rosin bag. The first pitch to Marcell Ozuna swung on and fouled straight back. It's 0-1. The Angels right-hander who gets the victory when the Angels beat Texas 4-2 says he suspects Billy Martin was behind it, calling the prank a little league stunt. That was in 1975. The 0-1 swung on, lifted high and deep into right field, going back on the track, making the catch and slamming into the wall is Alan Pages, and that'll end the inning. Braves threatened but failed to score. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th, trailing by 8.
I love that car more than anything that I have. Dad, what about us? You need a Q-tip?
Overconfident female soccer team challenged an old retired male soccer team, and this happened. Check this out.
Male soccer players were challenged to a match by the American women's team at the peak of their performance.
This message is for Ryan Reynolds. 1, you should be here right now with your squad. 2, your team about to go down. Let's go.
12-0. Wrexham defeats the U.S. women.
A lot of people are mad at the men's soccer team because they pretty much said they should have taken it easier on the female soccer team. But a lot of people are saying they shouldn't have done this because the female soccer team wanted an actual match between retired, out-of-shape men, and you saw the outcome. So what side are you on? Do you think the retired football men went too far?
Oh, wow, I'm pretty sure that's going to be yeah, there it is. Another flag on the play.
Multiple flags on the play. Holding. Offense number 97. That penalty was declined. Touchdown. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Offense number 22. Penalty will be applied to the kickoff.
This is going to be one of the strangest calls.
That son of a...
You playing against Dick this week?
Yeah.
Could be worse, man. When I played against him, he ejected all my players.
Black
Armchair.
Of all baseball's ancestors, town ball was by far the most popular. Under its rules, the infield was square. 8 to 15 men played on a side, sometimes as many as 50. The pitcher or feeder was the least important player. It was his job to lob the ball to the striker, who could wait and wait for the pitch he wanted. The runner was out if the ball was caught on the fly, or if he was soaked, hit with the ball while running between bases.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. John says Phillies are the first time since 8/11/21. That's a good omen. We won the World Series that year. First pitch on the way from Jackson Stevens to Will Smith is swung on and fouled straight back. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Swung on, hammered to the left side. Riley scoops, spins, jumps to his feet, flips it to first. Nice looking 5-3 put out, one away. Good defensive play by Riley. Great job of Austin Riley keeping this to an 8-run lead. First pitch on the way to Max Muncy is outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Excuse me, 0-1. The 0-1. Outside wide, 1-1. So a 1-1 count. The pitch from Jackson, swung on, chopped foul down the line, 1-2. Righty, lefty. The pitch. Swing, and that ball's lifted high, deep into left field, going back on the track. That one's gone. It's 11-2. Max Muncy, have yourself a night. 3 home runs. Get it all out of your system before tomorrow. His 8th home run of the year. And it's 11-2 Dodgers. Honest engine. Max Muncy just seeing the ball well, because that pitch by Jackson Stevens was off the plate, and it makes no sense that a left-hander could take that far deep. But he hit it perfectly. The first pitch on the way to Hernandez, swing and a miss. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Up top, did he go around? He did. 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Righty, righty. Stevens lets it go. Misses high and out of the zone, 1-2. The 1-2. Swung on, popped back, foul, curveball. Hanging curveball. We'll do it again. Jackson Stevens being called up tonight because of the injury to Pierce Johnson. The 1-2 pitch, swatted into right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. And the hits keep coming. Hernandez does that weird little pirouette there on the base. It was funny when he first hit the first base as he come around. He looked a little stiff before he did their little Tinkerbell thing that they do after they get a base hit. He looked like an old man getting off the couch. I'm assuming he's okay, but he almost looked like he may have pulled something. Alan Pages digs in. First pitch on the way to Pages, high and inside for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Swung on. That ball is hit up the middle. Ozzy's got it. Steps on second and won't have enough time to get the runner down the line. Page is beating it out. So you got a G4. He could have flipped it to RC. I don't think it would have made a difference. They were so close, it might have actually handcuffed him. So Ozzy made sure that he got the sure out at second, stepping on the bag. Tomorrow, it'll be Max Fried versus James Paxton. First pitch on the way is right there for a strike on the outer edge. It's 0-1. Paxton is 3-0 with a 3.51 ERA. The 0-1 right there on the outer edge. It's 0-2. So it doesn't necessarily get any easier, but he doesn't have blow-you-away stuff like Tyler Glasnow does. And you could make the argument he's probably got the worst stuff in their actual rotation, but he is an established veteran. The 0-2, inside 1-2. He's almost like a Charlie Morton with not as much strikeout ability. He's got 25 innings this year and only 15 strikeouts. The 1-2. Swung on, grounded over to second. Ozzy's got it, flips it over to first. And it's a 4-3 putout to end the inning. Dodgers put another one on the board. We'll head to the top of the ninth, needing just 9 runs to tie this one up.
If history repeats itself, I want a dinosaur, bro.
Work is work. You don't show up late, you don't make excuses, and you don't not work. If it wasn't work, they wouldn't call it work. They call it super wonderful, crazy fun time, or skippity-doo.
What do we do? This has got way too complicated.
I've got it. Here's what's going down. Corey, you talk to your team. You guys are going to decline that holding call.
Done.
Yo, wait, but
Hold on. Trayshawn, once we break this huddle, you're going to get out there, do some crazy celebration. I'm talking some humpies. Whatever you got to do, you do it.
Okay, I got you.
I'm going to call unsportsmanlike conduct on the celebration, giving the Whites better field position after the kickoff. Coach, I need you to talk to your team about letting them run that kickoff back.
Why would I do that?
Think about it. Defense, special teams, it's all one. You let them run that kickback, both your defenses get 6 points.
Nice.
Okay, everyone good here?
Yeah.
Nope. Once again, my kicker is getting no love.
Oh, shut up, Bill. Your team is in first place. Plus, you're about to get an extra point for the PAT.
Yeah, don't be greedy, Bill.
Stop being greedy, Bill. Bill.
Fine.
Bill. Yeah, Bill.
He said fine.
Bill.
Bill. Yeah, Bill.
You, Bill.
All right, let's do this. Get out there.
Wait a minute. Trayshawn comes in with a very delayed celebration here. Oh, wow. I'm pretty sure that's going to be a... Yeah, there it is. Another...
Armchair.
I love these lazy Saturdays.
It's Wednesday.
When the University of Illinois played Northwestern, Illinois rooters fired blanks into the air. Much more convenient than yelling, the campus paper said, and has a better effect on the visiting team. And when the Princeton Tigers beat Yale, their fans roared right onto the field.
You're listening to Braves Country Radio. Pull up a chair. Your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. The real ones are still here. The Braves trail 11-2. We'll see if we can at least get something good out of this. Get some runs. Maybe wake up a bat or two. First pitch on the way. As we lead off here in the top of the ninth, it's Luke Williams. He's in for Travis d'Arnaud. He takes the first pitch down and in. It's 1-0. The 1-0 swung on and fouled straight back. New pitcher on for the Los Angeles Dodgers, JP Feyereisen. JP, the right-hander, kicks and fires. Right there at the knees, slider on the outer edge, 1-1. If he sounds familiar, he was with Tampa Bay the last few years. Milwaukee before that. The 1-2, down and in, good take. 2-2. So though he hasn't pitched much over the last few years, he's got a career 2.82 ERA. From River Falls, Wisconsin, the 2-2. 91-mile-an-hour fastball misses outside. Full count. He was drafted out of Wisconsin Stevens Point in the 2014 draft by the Cleveland Indians at the time. The 3-2. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Luke Williams down on strikes. It's his first at bat in a long, long time. They just wanted to get him some action. That'll bring Michael Harris II to the plate. Man, if there's ever a guy who needs to get a base hit, Harris stands in the first pitch, swings at the very first pitch he sees. Over the top for a strike, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Pitch on the way, outside wide, 1-1. We knew this was going to be a tough road trip out west this early in the season. The 1-1 pitch, down and away, 1-2. If we can somehow win tomorrow and go back winning 2 of 4 against 2 really good teams and facing a lot of really good pitching, I just say you chalk it up for what it is and move on. The 2-1, swing, and that ball's chopped foul down the line. It's going to have a much better feeling to it if we can win tomorrow. Then we get the off day on Monday. The 2-2 to Michael Harris. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So 2 down. Braves down to their last out, and Guillorme will grab the bat and give Orlando Arcia the rest. First pitch on the way to Luis Guillorme is swung on and fouled straight back. It's 0-1. John. Damn you, John. You jinxed him. The 0-1. Righty lefty. In the dirt, 1-1. So a 1-1 count. They set up outside the pitch, swung on, and it's a comebacker to the mound. Should be an easy play. It is. 1-3 put out, and this torture is thankfully over. Braves lose a tough one, 11-2. Bryce Elder, the villain tonight. I'm sure everybody's going to be dragging him on Twitter and everything, but Bryce Elder is what he is. He's a guy that has to be, he has to place his pitches, and when he doesn't have the touch, he doesn't have the stuff to blow away a good offense like the LA Dodgers. The Dodgers got the best of the Braves tonight. Are they the better team? Probably not, but you are what your record says you are. We'll go back to work tomorrow, take on the Dodgers. We'll have Max Fried on the bump, and then we'll get to head back home for, like I said, a strange 2-game homestand. We'll see you tomorrow, Braves country. First pitch is 4:10. We'll come on about 3:30 tomorrow afternoon and go over, hopefully no more IL stints, and we'll talk about the pitching matchup and the starting lineups. Have a great night, Braves country. Braves lose a tough one. Oof. Thank God it's over. 11-2.
Bye.